Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 190 of our crafting podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, also Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy.
You can find me on Ravelry and on Instagram as Loopy Stitcher, all one word, spelled L-U-P-Y, Stitcher.
Alrighty, we're going to keep this moving today because neither one of us are feeling very well today.
Pray we don't have to record this over like last time.
It probably would not happen.
Weather?
I think part of the reason why we're not feeling well is
because of the weather. It's actually been nice, like the humidity hasn't, and it's starting to creep back up again. But we've had several days where at our house, not here, but at our house, the doors and patio doors have been open and the windows have been open.
That's why you're having problems. Well, see, our pollen count has been high the last 3 days, and you guys are going to know it because you're going to hear me sniffing and humming a lot.
Yeah. So, and I haven't felt well, and I'm sure that didn't help anything.
Nope. I gotta stay out of that pollen. Well, and it's been like breezy where it's blowing too, so not a good combination.
Yeah.
I kind of like the warmer weather back, honestly.
Yeah, well, I love fall. I know it's coming soon. I think it's going to come sooner than later this year.
So I did my run yesterday. It was at 8 a.m. I had to put a sweatshirt on.
Oh.
To begin with. Of course, it didn't stay on long. 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh my God. So we get there, and I knew it was going to be a cluster because when I signed up online, there was no way to pay. And they're like, and it gave you no confirmation that you even signed up. So I commented on the post, and I'm like, I didn't get an email saying I signed up, blah, blah. So they checked, and they're like, no, you're good. So the day of the race, it wasn't just grab your packet and go. It was you had to stand in the line and pay.
Oh.
And then you had the people that weren't registered at all. Well, they didn't. It was supposed to start at 8 a.m. They should have cut off registration then and started the race. No, they didn't start till 8:15. And I'm like, really? I could have stayed at my car and finished my caffeine. I don't even have my full caffeine in me, and you people expect that I'm going to run. Whatever. So got going. I actually, because I had it in my mind, I was going to do the run. I would jog what I could, walk what I couldn't, no pressure, no nothing. Wasn't going to worry about times, placing, anything like that. I actually ran a lot more than what I thought I was going to.
Oh, yeah?
Like, That's good. Like, I'd be trotting along listening to my audiobook because I find that's actually works better for me. The music is listening to, like, a mystery audiobook. And next thing I know, I'm like, I went all that way without stopping. And I had this girl in front of me that I was kind of keeping pace with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, until we hit the 5K marker, and she kept going, and I said, no, I ain't doing that 10K. I've done it a couple times, but not anymore. I can't. So I was telling Karen, though, I can't use the words I said to her, but medium drawstring. Sorry, I got an order. I want to take that out of the pile. It never fails that something happens at a race that is not to my favor. So normally when you run these races, they do first, second, and third in every age group. Medals. First 10 walkers. And then you have your overall groups. This time, they did first 10 runners that came in. That was it. They didn't divide into age groups. Now, had they done like they normally do with age groups, I would have been number one in my age group. I'm like, seriously? I felt robbed. I felt robbed, guys.
Well, at least you followed the right
Well,
you
this
didn't
one
get lost.
Okay, well, this one is actually really marked, and they have tables, and cops actually have roads blocked off, and the one cop was really nice. As I'm coming around the bend, he's like, "You got this. You're doing great." And I'm like, "Okay." It's next month, the tortoise and the hare. That's never marked where to turn around for the walk.
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up for the run again. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll run what I can, walk what I can. You know, I did have trouble sleeping last night, and I think part of it was every time I'd move around, all my muscles were sore. I got up this morning, I felt like a truck ran me over, put it in reverse, and backed right back over me. So I did a lot of stretching, cut my grass, went for a walk. Everything's pretty good now, except for my neck, which isn't really from that. When my sinuses act up really bad, it affects my neck. So I go to the chiropractor in the morning, so whatever. So yeah, I'm wearing my t-shirt today from the Collab Run, which they, every other year that I've been there, as you finish, the women get handed gladiolas.
Yeah, it's a gladiola festival.
We did not get any this year.
Wow, they're really shortchanging you.
Yeah, they didn't even have any watermelon either, which really made me mad. They had oranges, which I'm not going to sit there and try to peel an orange, and then like 4 different like nut bars, like Nature Valleys, and I'm standing there going, and she's like, I'm like, I just need a repackaging. I have allergies. Like I was going to put one of mine in the car, but I figured it might get melty in the sun, so whatever. But I did it, guys. So there's that. All right, I have a very small shop update because I did a shop update today, but I've been selling some.
Going out. That's awesome.
So I will show you what I have left. My pile has gone down. I had Rainbow Bright bags. They're gone. Can you tell? I was, I guess, in the fall mood as I was sewing.
So. They were really cute.
So, sock bag. I got the little black cat. Inside is the black. These all have black drawstrings as well to coordinate. This one I absolutely love. It is so stinking pretty. I think I called it Sparkle Halloween. Guys, look at that sparkle. It is great. I have 2 of those. This next one has been a popular fabric. I am down to 2 total of this bag. So I've got one of the sock size. How cute that is. And one of the medium. So cute.
Love it. Look like knitted pumpkins.
Little knitted pumpkins. And then in my glittery fabric for the medium, I have 2 of those.
Look at that shimmer.
Ooh. And you know, if that shows up on camera, it is a really sparkly bag in person. So those have all been added into Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy.
Awesome.
All right. You got some FOs, Karen.
Yes, I do.
Woot, woot.
Surprise. Last week when I came over, I brought a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't bring it all because you guys have already seen it as finished object. But I've been slowly going through my craft stuff, and I found a whole bunch of dishcloths that just needed their ends tucked in. So I had a whole pile of those that I did. And then I also finished the partner to my Joy ornament, and it's the snowflake. And that was one of my thrift gifts.
Thrift gifts.
Yep, thrift gifts. So now it doesn't look like anybody, putting up the finger.
Yeah. She was laughing about that yesterday, or last week when she was here.
But here we go. It's all stitched up. It just needs to be cut and framed, and the other one I need to just kind of like glue down. So, and that is finished.
Woot woot. That's it?
I have a hoe.
Okay. I've got... Okay, mine's going to be kind of strange. So I've got 7 FOs, but I did complete some other stuff that I'm like not really... It's going to be sprinkled in on like acquisitions.
Okay.
One of the things I have to say that I worked on this week was a lady at the salon where I had my nails done is in a wedding. And she's extremely, extremely short, like shorter than you. Like you're tall compared to her. She's like munchkin size. So literally the bottom of her dress, they cut off like this much all the way around. And she texted me, and because she got my number from my nail girl, and was like, "Hey, can you make a bag out of this?" And I'm looking at, and I was like, "Well, I need to see the fabric because Mandy said it was lace." And she's like, "No, it's not lace. It's got like these sequins or beads." I'm like, "Okay, is it sequins or beads?" So she sends me a picture. I don't even think I have the picture anymore. She sends me a picture, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I need to see that in person. Mm-hmm. So I go there, and I'm like, I can try.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of going to be a problem because if I hit one of those with the sewing machine, it's going to break needles. Mm-hmm. Not going to be able to cut it in certain areas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what a flippin', nightmare. Mm-hmm. Well, she wanted just like a small drawstring bag to be able to put like her lipstick and her phone in. I'm like, all right, let me give it a try. I get so mad. So I cut this thing out. And I'm like, okay, well, I can sew on this side, I think, without a problem. I think I can sew over here. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So, I'm trying to work around and whatever. I did break one needle. And then when I was nearing the end, because, I flipped the bag inside out and I needed to sew all the way around, I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I realized that how cheap of a dress, and I'm sure she paid a fortune for it, they were glued on. So I literally took pliers and removed some of the gemstones and set aside on my cutting table, sewed the bag, and then hot glued them back on. I'm like, but she was very, very happy. She really loved it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that goes around both sides, those going down. So that's what I ended up looking like. Let me see if I can kind of... So yeah, I was working around lines of those.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. So then I bring it to her and she's like, "Oh, I need to talk to you about," or I dropped it off and I went back like 2 days later to pick up the money and she's like, "I gotta talk to you about some other stuff. Do you do other things?" I'm like, "Depends."
What have I gotten myself into here?
Yeah, but, so that was interesting for me. And normally, if it would have been like a taller person, I would have been more nervous. With hers, there was so much fabric. I'm like, well, if I cut it and it doesn't work, I can just cut it again.
Yeah.
Like, I probably could have made 30 bags out of so much fabric as she had. So I did do that. I finished the DK socks. I think these were a whole last time, maybe? I don't know. Sounds familiar. Mm-hmm. And I do not have the labels with me because I do not have these as a whip. Amazingly enough, I have not started the second pair. But if you really want to know, leave a comment. I can tell you. Otherwise, watch the video from last time. That's what those look like. And that is some sparkle.
Cool.
So I finished those. This I will mention in passing. I still can't show it. So the Rush Test Knit for Lori. Oh, I don't even have the yarn to show you because I sent it back. It was the Papa's paintbrush that I showed last time. I finished it ahead of schedule, even though I had to knit it twice. Got it sent off. She did send me FO pictures, but I cannot show them until sometime in September. She will give me the A-OK after this gets published where it's going, and then I will show you guys a picture of that. Oh, this stupid sweater. Why did I not take it down? What's in here? Oh.
It's like a surprise finished project for her. Oh, what's in here?
Well, it took me a second to remember what it was. So this is the double wrap cowl that I was designing. And I finished it.
Awesome.
That bag is huge. So it's done out of random minis. Still could use a better blocking, but I was in a hurry. And where's that one stitch? I absolutely love this one. So it has all different stitches. I love this. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It's so nice. You wanna model it because I don't want to flare anything up. So this is a double wrap cowl. You knit flat. Provisional cast on, so you can make it as long or as short as you want. Kitchenered it together. Look how cute that is.
Awesome.
Isn't that adorable? So I just need to type up the pattern, and then Hope, I know you're watching. Do you want to test this one as well? Let me know if you do.
Awesome.
I'll just put it out there. I don't even have to contact her.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I was quite happy with that. I loved all the different fabrics. This one, too, is really pretty. It looks like cables, but it's not. So this is a really, really fun, interesting knit, and it will be a great way to use up scraps or minis. So I'm quite excited about this one. Won't be out tomorrow or nothing. Like I said, I gotta type it up. I have somebody else knit it other than myself. Make sure that,
counts are right.
Well, I'm not really so much worried about counts because I think that's under control. I like to make sure that other people's brains work like mine. That the way I have something worded doesn't, make sense to me and not to them, basically. Right. So this will be coming, guys. I was excited to get that done. Which I still have a ton of minis left out of that. What's that other FO? Oh, I know. I do remember this. Did I put the information sheet? So I forget what it's called. My Dishcloth monthly, yearly thing. Dishcloth along, maybe it's called. This month we went to New York, and the pattern is called Central Park. I used a thing of Dishy that I paid 99 cents for at Goodwill, and of course they put the sticker across the colorway, so can't tell you what that is. Oh, this will never make it because it's paper. Yeah, it was closer than I thought. These I did not block or anything. The wavy is the bottom.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Her patterns are always very different. So I did 3 of those out of the Dishy skein. There was not enough to do a 4th one. So that's done for this month. And then last time I had shown a card making kit. I had said I was going to do like the little cards with the tassel, or the little things with the tassels and put them on cards. Well, I completely ended up changing my mind once I opened it up. I didn't want to do that. So basically, they have little holes in them, and they open, and I'm like, well, that's a perfect, like, gift tag.
Yeah.
So I basically just stamped each one, and I'm leaving them in this little bag then, and I'll attach them. I'll attach them to gifts or to the gift bag.
Cool.
So that's what I used that kit for instead of making those. And I think there's like a couple different colors as far as like what goes across the bottom. So there was a bunch of those I did. There's like quite a few. So I basically just, and these are a little bit, so there were also 2 sizes. So there's the smaller ones. And there's the bigger ones too.
Cool.
So it was a nice way of using the kit when I wouldn't have used the rest of it. So I basically just used what I wanted to use. That's what it does, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all my FOs. Do you want to talk to the folks about the MCAL?
Yeah, we have an MCAL going on. It started back in July, and it will end first week in January, or when our first podcast in January, I should say, right before that. You can make anything, any size, any craft. We don't require specific materials or amount of materials. We only ask that it be something brand new that you started and that you gift it to someone else other than yourself. Whether it be charity, birthday, Christmas, Hanukkah, anniversary, wedding, whatever, just because I'm thinking of you kind of gifts. And that's our only requirements. And you can find it on Ravelry.
Okay, we both have the issue. We can't talk.
Ravelry.
Say real slow.
Oh, both in a chatter thread and a finished object. Underneath Knit for Brains, right? Or yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, underneath Knit for Brains. And as of before we podcasted, there were 71 FOs.
No, we're getting up there because we were like at 40 something. I want to say last time.
I'm looking at our podcast book and realizing we're almost through it. We don't have much left. And that's my special one with the sticker on it. Okay, I get distracted. All right, whips. Whips for me are pathetic, so I might as well just do it, and then you can take over the show.
Okay.
So, well, let me show you the first whip, and then I will explain to you what happened after I worked on this. Because, there's always a story.
Oh, no.
No, everything's fine with this.
Okay.
It's after I worked on this for a bit that things happened.
Okay.
But not with this. Sure. So I'm working on, I'm going to give you a heart attack.
Yeah, I'm like.
Rainbow Bouquet by Jelly Bean Knits. Out of a yarn I dyed and a set from Lollipop Girl Yarns. And
Here's the funny thing is that she loves to do ends, and while I'm doing the few ends that I have,
I was just giving you a hard time.
I got some ends over here too if you want to work these in. I said, thanks, no thanks.
So, I was down here. Holler when you see the progress keeper. I'm missing it.
There it is.
There, okay, yep, okay. So from the green all the way to there. So I did quite a bit.
Yeah. That's why I was knowing.
And I'm on the decreasing now. So I was working like heck on this because I'm like, I can get this finished.
Yeah.
Then Lori contacted me as I was out cutting the lawn. My phone rings and I went, it's midday. It's kind of weird for Lori to be calling me. She should be at work. I better stop cutting the grass and see what's going on. Hey, I know this is really short notice, but are you still going to be able to test the retreat shell for us? Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem. I'm like, so what's the story? And she's like, well, I don't have the yarn dyed or anything, so do you just have a tonal that you can use? And I'm like, I'll find something. I don't have a lot of tonals, but I was like, not a big deal. I can always dye something up really quick,
Yeah.
No big deal. So, of course, as soon as I cut the grass, I ran in here to find something, got the pattern printed, pulled the needles, like, let me just get going on this right away. Of course, this is another one I can't show you until after the retreat. Well, I've got 12 rows and a bind off, so it should be done tonight, depending on how I focus. And it's done. It's being sent out to her. So basically, I worked on that, and then I did this, and that was it. I am using Molly Klein Design Sweet Tea yarns in the colorway Dad's Worn Denim.
That's pretty.
Now, it's really pretty. I kind of give you, I won't show you the actual pattern, like what it's going to look like or anything. But I can kind of show you how it's knitting up. Give you a little sneaky peek. And I'll have her take, because I'm not blocking this or anything, and it's going to need blocking. They're going to block it when they get it. I'll have her take FO pictures, and then when I get back from the retreat on that next podcast, I'll show it to you then, which next podcast we're fine on.
Mm-hmm.
The following podcast is on the 8th of August.
Of September?
Or of September. We'll not be able to do that one because of the retreat. Because I will either be halfway home or be heading home or it'll be, yeah. It's the day that we're done with the retreat, basically. So, yeah. This will be sent out either, probably Tuesday. So that's all I have for whips. Told you, very quick.
Yep. So I have a hoe.
Did you just call me a hoe?
Oh, well, you know.
Did you hear that?
I didn't say it.
Okay, why do I think I need so many needle stops? I had needle stops in the bag, and then I put needle stops on the needles.
I don't know. Maybe you didn't realize you had them in the bag?
I guess not.
Okay. So here we go. Finish this one.
That's such a good colorway for you.
Yeah. Like it matters. It's going to be on my feet anyways.
Yeah, but you enjoy them.
Yes. I don't know the colorway. I really think this might be Night Owl Fibers.
It looks like a Night Owl Fibers to me.
And I know this is just a miscellaneous. So the colorways, I have no idea. Here's what's left of both. And then I actually started and got the other one started. So here we are. We're starting over again.
Starting over again.
Yep. So I'm actually at the point of starting the heel. So, and that's on a size 1. So I will not have to start that one over, which is always good news. So that's my knitting. Then I did work some more on the Halloween that I was gifted. It's very basic. It's all about the buttons that end up going on it. But as you can see, I'm at the top of the border, and I just have to finish those around there. And then there's a couple more boxes and backstitch. I think it says trick or treat, and then add the buttons, and it'll be done.
Look at you go.
So there's that one. Yeah, so I finished going all the way up on that side in that inner box. So then I started a project because, I was gifted so much great gifts from our last podcast. From, again, Thrifty Kindness, my thrifty gifts. And this is the Dimensions cross-stitch kit. Let's be the light of the world, the little, mason jars. I
knew you were going to like that one.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I've already started stashing for Christmas.
And even though it's on a dark fabric, this is on 14 count Aida.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So it's really knitting up. stitching up really rather quickly. There's a lot of blends though, but I love it.
I'm
doing it in hand.
Just so you know, you were brought up on our Friday night stitch thing last week. And you were wished a happy birthday by many, many people.
Oh, awesome.
And then you got called, oh, Jill, I'm going to say this wrong, because she was cracking herself up, a flosser.
I'll take that as a compliment.
She's like, that just doesn't sound right. It was funny.
Better a flosser than a food.
Speaking of which, I'm wearing my sloth pajama bottoms right now. Just had to share that.
Okay. This is the Mini Magi. It's not mini by any means, but I cannot imagine what it would be regular size.
Oh. A generational one where you pass it down from daughter to daughter to finish it.
Right. Full coverage piece. It's done by Donna Gellenser is the artist. And I finished a whole full page over again. As you guys know, originally I was doing the half stitch and it just wasn't, so you can tell the whole difference between a half stitch and a full cross stitch. 2 threads. This is 20 count easy grid that I'm utilizing. So I finished one full page and I started the next one.
She's got 22 pages to go, folks.
Right.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. I can see the light. So that puts me at, like, I want to say like 5% done.
Ooh.
I can see it just coming around the corner. 5.6% done. I've done 3,783 stitches on that.
My hand would be hurting my thumbs. I just can't cross stitch very well anymore. Oops, I was doing the wrong pattern.
So, and that is it.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I'm sorry.
Holy moly, okay.
And I have no acquisitions.
Okay. Well, let me just take over that. I might have a few. Things have happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let me get some needle stops on here.
Good thing there's 2 of us on this show. Otherwise, it would be a sad case.
Well, lately with all the samples and testing I've been doing, yeah, that should
balance out. Eventually.
Should slow down pretty soon.
Eventually.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay, where do I go first? Okay. First off, we will talk about Lori Arkansas Yarn Co. She sent me something that I'm actually going to use as a prize. And it's not that I don't like it. And I told her that. I asked her, I was like, you're not going to be offended if I use this as a prize, are you? And she's like, no, not at all. Let me actually send you another one. That way you can keep one.
Yeah.
Which was really sweet. It is the Sock Yarn Society bag. And I thought this was the perfect one to save and give as a prize for the MCAL.
Mm-hmm.
It's the August Sock Yarn Society. The extra, it's called Dance in the Rain. The extra, you get the Devil Cow pattern by me. Stitch stoppers, loose leaf tee, progress keepers. So let me take you through it. So the tee this time is Meadow Walk Herbal, and it looks like it has a little bit of everything. Ooh, I can't have this. Lavender. Raspberry, blueberries, cornflowers, cranberries, hibiscus. So that'll be in there. Some loose tea. Because it's Dance in the Rain, there's a little rubber ducky stitch stops.
That's cute.
Aren't those the cutest? There's my pattern. Get that in there.
Awesome.
And then this one is on Yummy Plush, which is an 8515, 437 yards, and it is called Dance in the Rain. Guys, look at that. And you get Sure you see it hanging there. A little umbrella, stitch marker. I don't know which way to go. And an Arkansas one too. That's blue.
Awesome.
Isn't that pretty?
That's beautiful.
And this is that yummy plush. Oh. So somebody will be winning this. I'm going to put it in the prize. I figured this was a good one to use as a prize.
Awesome.
So I will make sure to put that in there. I will probably fold this over and staple it so we don't lose anything out of it. Okay. Then, I'm sorry. Where do I go next? I went to a garage sale. That's where we're going to go next. So, I'd seen a gentleman posted on Facebook about a garage sale that was craft supplies, and anytime I read that I'm like, yeah, okay, because people will have like one roll of ribbon and say, we've got craft supplies. So then like the next day he actually put some pictures, and I saw that there was some knitting needles and yarn, and it looked like it was pretty much all crafts. So I was like, okay. So I asked my husband, I'm like, okay, is this one like okay-ish neighborhood? And he's like, well, it's kind of on the edge of sketch. Like, you go down a block and it's, he's like, I'll go with you. And I'm like, perfect. Yeah, well. Then I had to hear him teasing me as he's talking to the guy, and he's like, well, she's on her third time around. Because I always have to circle places. You know that when I shop. Yep. Gotta make sure I don't miss anything. And then, you know, third time around, she's still grabbing stuff. Keep going. It's less I gotta move in and move back out tomorrow. I'm like, all right, guys, you're real funny. So I got a bunch of goodies. Let me start. Well, I'm just gonna start grabbing stuff out of the thing, however it is. And this one is so stinking cute. Hold on. I gotta fix it here. Maybe I can't right now. Okay, ready? Isn't that the cutest?
That is adorable.
It was 50 cents. I'm like, Brett, look. And he's like, oh, I know that's coming home with us. Why, yes, it is. Glad you understand this. Okay, then I got,
it's not most husbands that would go with you garage sailing, let alone go with you garage sailing when it's purely your wife's intent to buy more craft stuff.
Oh, he don't care. Okay, so then she had this box that she literally took a bunch of knitting needles and just threw them in there, and they were all tangled up like this. Yeah. And on the outside it said 25 cents a pair. So you know me, I did one of these because I know cords. You know that blue cord.
Addies.
Pair of Addies. 25 cents. Another pair of Addies. 25 cents. Pair of the collage, which I've never used these before, but I've heard of these. And these are the square ones as well. In the package, 25 cents. Is that all the knitting needles? Well, if I find more in there, I'll tell you about them. Then, and I've never used these before, I got a bag of Addie crochet hooks. For $1.
Those look nice.
Right? $1. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of them.
Like a whole set, it looks like.
Yeah. Don't know if they're going to fit into my binder or not. We'll find out. Then I got, for 50 cents, just a bag that's just filled with stitch markers, because Always need stitch markers, right?
Yep.
Then I got some books, which I think I might have this one. I have to look. I might have already bought this one previously, but this one is in really good shape. So all the books were 25 cents each. So I got that one. I got a Lily, Sugars and Cream, Best of Lily's Dishcloths to Knit and to Crochet. A gingham hand towel and dishcloth set from Hirschner's, which is a crochet. A spring towel and flower dishcloth set, also from Hirschner's, crochet. Starting to see a theme here, folks. This one is, this one was actually 50 cents. I'm a big spender. Actually, the guy gave it to me for 25 cents because he just counted the, whatever. 50 ripple stitches for crochet. A must-have reference book of fabulous ripple stitches. I don't have any reference crochet books. Not like I do like the knitting ones. I knew you were going to want to see that one. This one is Coasters by the Dozen.
Awesome.
This, I think I just saw another pair of needles, guys. Yep. Another pair of Addies. 25 cents. Then this one I didn't even take the time to look through, but the Advanced Knitting Architect. So it kind of goes through like the shaping of... Are you warm or am I having a hot flash?
I'm sweating.
Okay. So it's not...
Of course, it doesn't say a whole lot because I don't feel the greatest. I was thinking maybe it's because the ibuprofen I took, but... I'm sitting above the air conditioning vent.
My headache has gone down since we've been in here, but I was like, all of a sudden I'm like, wow. So I think it pretty much goes through like different constructions of different things and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to look through it. I anything that looked even a little interesting, I just was like, okay. I had a big pile going. The guy was like, oh, we might need a box. You think we had a box? And then Brett, oh no, we have bags out in the car. Let me go get a bag. Because I'm not done yet. I got more to show you. Well, and he doesn't help because I picked up the next two items. Or I think I picked up one. Then he's like, oh, you're not going to get these three? I did leave some of the stuff. She had a lot of yarn too. Nothing I needed though. But I did pick, not that I needed any of this, mind you. I picked up 2 Mary Maxim kits. So this one I paid $2 for it. It's the Knit Snuggle Bag and Hat for a baby. Look how cute it is.
Oh, that's adorable.
Look at that, guys. It was only $2. So it has a pattern and the yarn in there. And then you thought that was cute. Just wait. This one I went all out. I spent $3. It's another Mary Maxim kit. And it is the bunny sweater and hat. Size is 6 to 9 months or 12 to 18 months. I'm not sure what she bought the yarn for, but look at it, guys. Little bunny hat. And she's got the buttons and everything in there that goes with it. So it's a complete kit. Isn't that adorable? Although,
I don't see any pink.
that's what I was just thinking. Man, did I get robbed? Oh, I see black. It's in there.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so full kit. So that was all from a garage sale. Hey, okay, I spent like $14 on everything. Now, we had been to Beef O'Brady's that night for dinner, and I put $20 in the slot machine, and I walked away with $42. So I really didn't pay for this. I told my husband that, and he's like, well, that's a good way of thinking about it. Oh, like, not that I have to justify it to him or anything, but okay. So then, a few other things have happened this week, as they do in my household. Where do I go next? We'll go here first.
See, I get to see all these goodies I'm seeing. I'm like, where's she gonna go? What is this?
So I was just
peaked.
I was in Goodwill, and you guys all know I watch Jill the Fiber Floozy, and one of her podcasts usually each week is about planners. Well, I found what the heck is the name? A happy planner in the box, brand new, still sealed. And I'm like, what? Well, it was made for homeschooling. So, like, the pages in it were about homeschooling. I'm like, well, that's not a big deal. Just get rid of those.
Yeah.
So I picked it up for $2.99.
That's heavy duty.
Okay, now I've done some upgrades. Let me tell you about the upgrades. So it had smaller disc here. And I had put so much in it that the pages weren't turning very well.
Yeah.
So I said, Jill, what do I do? And she's like, well, my Hobby Lobby has extenders. Of course, it wasn't listed that ours had it, but I went the other day and they had exactly one package left and they were 40% off. So I changed out these to bigger ones. Was one of the things I did. This folder was in there already and dotted paper, but then I got all sorts of lined colored paper, and then cheap me, I started making dividers. I wasn't going to pay for dividers.
Awesome.
So I got some plastic folders from Goodwill for 25 cents, and I cut it, and then I had ordered off Temu because I was too cheap to spend the like $29, $30 on the actual Happy Planner punch that does like all the punches. I went the Temu route for like $2, and I got the punch. It is just a single punch, but what's nice about it is it has the markings. So once you punch one, then you just bring it over and line it up, and you punch. So they're directly like they're where they should be. This thing works great. It goes through the plastic no problem. Like, I was holding my breath. Wait till you see what I did on one of these other books. You'll see. So yeah, I gotta love Temu. And I have actually already used this notebook and tore a page out of it, which you don't really tear. It just out.
Yeah.
So I was quite excited about that. That was a good find. So I got so much crammed in here, I can't even get it to. Then I had those rings from here. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll just put them in the packaging from this and stick them away in case I need them. Well, that took about 2 hours. And things happening, guys. I was in the Dollar Tree roaming around as I do. No, I actually went for something specific. I don't remember what. Yes, I do. And I noticed they had covers. So, for $1.25, I got the front and back cover. I put my rings on it, which looks a little overkill right now, but let me tell you, it won't be overkill because I have 100 sheets of lined paper coming to put in here. In the exact size. Well, then, Dollar Tree had ones. There were packages of like 30 of these notes. Well, then, I was like, oh, well, I need some dividers for this. I'm like, what am I going to use? I'm out of plastic folders. And do I have anything I can use? Well, look at my cute little dividers. And you're going to be surprised by when I tell you what I used. Look how cute they are. So, you know, I have a tendency to collect things. I had previously, I don't know how long ago, at one of the thrift stores. Picked this up, not knowing what I was going to do with it. And it's basically just clear plastic sheets. The blue comes off of it. So it's heavy duty plastic. Well, I had also purchased from the thrift store a stack of adhesive fabric. So it's fabric, but then you peel this off and it's sticky. So I cut what size I wanted for my bookmarks. And I cut a piece of this for front and back and stuck it right on there. And then I kid you not, this punch went through the 2 sheets of fabric and the acrylic. Now, was it easy peasy? Like I could just go, toot, toot. Oh no. Like I had to lean over it and go, went through it.
There's a will, there's a way.
And then I'm like, uh-oh. And I could see like the thing was stuck. So I literally just took my pliers, stuck it in the hole, popped it out, and went on to the next one. So, I mean, I didn't break it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty amazing. So, yeah, I got to use my rings. I got to use 2 new things. And then tomorrow I have 100 pieces of the line colored paper for this one. Okay. Then things just keep happening at my house. Let's discuss this little goodie. So I get these all the time.
That's nice.
From Goodwill. Want to say I paid $1.99 for it. It didn't have anything on the inside. So I got into this mode, I guess we'll call it, mood, where, because I've been using, my stamping stuff for card making, that I needed to clean out and organize my stamp stuff. Well, I've done it two days in a row now because So basically, I went through, got rid of a bunch of the old wooden stamps. There were some I kept. Well, then I got the idea of using this. Well, then I was like, I like this a lot better. I'm just going to order a couple more sheets of the clear silicone stamps, and I'm going to get rid of all those wood stamps. So cleared that all out, got rid of them. I got a cute little tray up there. You see that white thing? It holds all my ink pads. Isn't that nice? So what I did, and this is one of the reasons why I went to the Dollar Tree, because they have, let me show you. So what you stick the little stamps, the stamps to are these acrylic blocks. So these are from Stamping Up, but you really don't have to do Stamping Up. Dollar Tree has these for $1.25. Really good quality. You even have the grids, so you can stick it on there evenly. And I also had picked up one at Goodwill on our last trip. So I have like 4 of the blocks. And I already had from organizing crochet hooks and knitting needles, I had the envelopes to put in this binder. So the first 2 pages are those blocks. Let me see if I'm doing this right side or upside. Okay. And then after that, I have put my stamps. So I can easily see what I want to grab. And let me show you one of my new stamps I got, because it's really, really cute. That's new. Oh, I did get these unicorn ones. I got those at Goodwill. They were brand new, still in the package. Aren't those adorable? And look at this.
Cool.
So these, which I do have some other knitting ones, but these were really cute. I ordered these on Amazon. I have some like birthday. Oh, I like this one too. The thanks a latte, a cup of thanks. Those are really cute. So, and I had some Christmas ones, and I think I have one more set, so we have to add another page in here.
So you got the pages, these envelope things, at the Dollar?
No.
Okay, where'd you get these at?
These I order off of Amazon or Temu, and
Okay.
I already had them.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because
I was just trying to follow. Yeah.
Because I stashed the things I got off of the Dollar Tree was the acrylic.
Acrylic pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to stash stuff like this just because I know I mean,
She's the organizing queen, people.
well, you know, things happen. What can I say? So now all my stamps when I want to do cards is
That is a really nice one too.
I just have
That
to grab
amazes me.
just have to grab this down. Oh, and anytime I have one spare one up there. See the
the pink one.
Yep. It's more of a salmon-y when you get it down. Anytime I see them that they're that big, I nab them up because I have my interchangeable set in one of them, which I got from Goodwill. I have my crochet hooks in one of them, which I got from Goodwill. And now I have my stamps in another. It just makes me so happy. And then I have 2 other Goodwill finds, which I completely forgot about. I found I love this cotton for 99 cents. It's just it's ivory. I could actually read the name on that one. And then I got this crochet kit, which is mythical characters. Includes everything you need to crochet a unicorn, a fairy, or a mermaid. But then it has the Okay, so one of those. I paid $3.99 for it. No, this was half off because that was the color of the day. It has all those patterns in it. Yeah, and it was not even all the way opened yet. I tried to open it in the store to see if it was, but yeah, it was all complete, all that. Which, another thing I did. So I told Karen I got the thing for my stamps, so all that up there got redone. Then, I don't know what got into me, but I had an extra sewing machine down here on the floor. I had a couple of crochet kits that I had no room in cubbies. So I cleaned my shelves up off above my yarn cubbies. I now have both of my extra machines up on a shelf. I cleared out another yarn cubby. I got all my crochet kits into cubbies. Of course, I forgot about this one. And it's now not going to fit.
As I'm staring at the one that's like just sitting in front of in the cubby.
Yeah, this one's not going to fit.
No, it's not.
Well, that cubby that has Taylor in it, that was all yarn. Now, when you behind Taylor is all crochet kits.
Cool. Do you have anything down in this bottom one?
All crochet kits.
Those 3 cubbies are all
crochet kits. I need to start crocheting.
I think you need
folks.
to start crocheting.
Well, and I was just thinking about that. I need to because I have that Jack and Sally I need from Nightmare for Christmas that I need to get done for the kids.
Yeah. Yep.
So that will need to be happening soon. Okay. I did get one other thing at the Dollar Tree. So I've gotten the tin cases before from there. And I saw these in the school section this time. And I'm like, I like these. So, one side you open it, has that. And then the other side has that. These are great for like putting your crochet hooks and stuff in with your project and throwing in your project bag.
Well, that one too, with the different things, you could put, stitch markers, pair of scissors, in there, and a needle in there, and yep.
And they have a couple different colors. I mean, things happen at the Dollar Tree, and these were truly just $1.25 because I like some of the stuff now is $3, $5.
Yeah.
They've had to put a price scanner in now.
I bet.
At our Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened at the Dollar Tree too. Oh, this is what happens when I go places. This is why I don't go. You got thread down there.
Okay.
This is why I don't go places too
Better
often.
there than up on my boob. Because there's been many a times when I go, in fact, this was the color it probably came off of, and I went to the bathroom and there it sits. Because that's what I'm sitting in my recliner and I just put the thread up there. And
I'm going to have a lot of stuff to put away tomorrow. Boy. Lots and lots of goodies. Lots of organization going on, which makes me happy. So, maybe maybe I'll end up using this little one as the new podcast book when we
get all the extra pages on it.
Yeah, well, we've got a few pages left of this one, but once that one runs out, maybe we'll use this one. Yeah. And like I said, I have 100 pages coming for it, so I am going to make some more dividers too to go in between. I think it's like 5 colors and 20 sheets of each. I'll put between each colored sheet, so I will do some more of those too. I just didn't want to do any more today because of the looking down to do it was not helping my neck any. But so they did at Dollar Tree also. There was like 3 or 4 different covers you could have gotten, and then they had like the small rings, which of course the lady at the register had to go, "Did you see the rings? You might want to get those." And I'm like, "No, mind your business." I have some at home, thank you very much. Because I knew I would get more paper to put in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave it itty bitty like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, she was trying to be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but yeah, no, I didn't want them. Thank you.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. Wish I could have gotten, I could have gotten a different color if I would have ordered online, but with the 40% off, these were actually really cheap. So I would have preferred a different color, but whatever.
They work fine.
It works. So,
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to be, turning my $3 planner into, a $50 planner.
That's funny.
So there's that. Well, yeah. I think that's all I have finally. I've lost our podcast book. There it is. Let me see if I wrote anything else down that I forgot. Drilling dividers. Oh, I did make some other things. I didn't bring them over. So for the knitting retreat we're going to, there is a stitch marker swap. I already had mine done, but I made 52 stitch markers for me to swap with. Rather than trying to show her how to make them. It's just... Yeah. It's easier for me to do it, and I have all the supplies at my house, so...
Yeah, that gets... the first time around, it's kind of expensive to make your own stitch markers.
Yeah, and I did not have to buy a thing. I have everything here. In fact, I had previously... God... I previously bought, this train case caboodle thing, and I cleaned through all my beading stuff and got everything into this all organized versus what it was in before.
Yeah.
In fact, I just bought another one of those too. Kind of caboodle trunk kit things, which I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And I thought I was going to use it for my stamp stuff, but I went to put it up on the shelf and it's too tall.
Yeah.
So it's still in the closet. That's what happens. The stuff gets put in the closet. And then at some point, I will have a use for it.
Yeah, and if she doesn't, she can't open it and get into the closet, then it gets reorganized.
I did that too.
Speaking of organizing, I went and actually did some organizing in my bedroom, hoping to get further on it, and I found, I have a whole, pouch just full of stitch markers already made. Oh. From back when we used to always go to... Stitches, and everybody would exchange stitch markers.
Can I give you homework?
Oh, I'm going to get homework? Why do I need homework?
Because I cleaned out my closet and I really want to get rid of this. I'll have homework too because I've got to get the things printed up. But can you dig for all your fixed circulars?
Yes.
So then I can set up your box?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can bring them next week?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had the brand new box in there.
Cool.
And I saw it again, and I'm like, I need to, and I told, well, I think it was last week when you were here, I pulled up where I have like the cards that you can print to fit into the boxes. So I'll get those printed this week too, and get one put in each box. And then when you come next weekend, if you bring those with, I'll sit and
cool.
fill out the cards and put them in there and all that good jazz. So that's your homework.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that.
You got homework. You guys, you witnessed this, right?
Yeah, you witnessed it. I'm in trouble if by the next time I don't have them here.
I'll remind her.
Yeah, and it will be her reminding me that perhaps get my stuff together.
So yeah, I had a busy couple weeks. Oh, and the first week I spent the whole morning doing a rain dance, but I did it too early.
Yeah. Told her she needs to work on her timing, but now we don't have to worry about that anymore because that's done.
Oh, I don't have to dance on Thursdays anymore?
Nope.
Okay.
No. I played in a municipal band that performs every Thursday night during the summer for 10 weeks, which is, I loved getting back to normalcy. But here when it's like 97 degrees with 70% moisture, humidity, it's like, 90 degrees and you're trying to blow hot air through a clarinet. It's not so much fun. But yeah, we made it. We finished last Thursday was our last concert. So I would tease her. I'm like, you need to do a rain dance. Then I told her she needed to work on
it
her
rained that day, but
and I'm like, your timing's a little off. It's like I needed it.
It literally that morning like poured down buckets and then just stopped the whole rest of the day.
And then the one time it was going to rain, like we ended up just playing straight. We still played. And we had threat. And then as it got closer to the concert time, like the timing of when the rain was going to happen kept getting delayed. So that was this couple of weeks ago. And
that was
ended
before
up
I was supposed to dance.
Yep. But yeah, it's been a great summer so far. So
trying to see if I have a good picture or not. The kids started soccer. I did not get to see Peanut's game because her game was at 9 a.m. and my race was at 8. I will see hers next week. Yeah. He's supposed to play next week, but his game was at 12:45 and his birthday party's at 2, so they're just going to bring Peanut and then he'll skip the game. Did I not save the picture of the two of them?
So do they like soccer?
Yeah, little man had like on his first practice, I guess. All the littles with him were just like, they're trying to show him how to like dribble it with their feet, and they were kind of like kicking it there and then kicking it and missing the ball, and little man was just like they're like, okay, we might need to move him up, and they're like, no, wait till game day. And he did. He gets discouraged because he's running, because the ball, and then all these people come, and then he's just like, whatever. And then he sat down in the middle of the field at one point. That was funny. The coach kept running over and getting him back up. He caught a ball when he was goalie.
Cool.
So he did do that. But yeah, it was pretty amusing.
That brings back the days. It's hard to believe. McGann is 30 and Buddy turns 27 next week.
Little Peanut.
Yeah,
and
her little
Peanut and her, although she's not so little anymore. And I don't know if I have a good picture of him. Let me see. I have a lot of videos. I don't know if I have any pictures. Lucas, oh, here. Oh, it's the back of him. Well, I mean, you can see he's kicking a ball.
Yeah.
So there's little man. And his shirt is like a nightgown, and of course, and then like before the game even starts, he ends up like pulling it out, so it looks like he's wearing a dress. And then he's got his shirt up, and he's poking it and playing with his belly button. And I'm like, then I look over, and there's a little girl standing there just flashing. I'm like, boy,
that is hilarious at that age.
I was just like, oh boy. And Alicia's like, well, I mean, they really did as much as Olivia's group did. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah, I'll get to see her play next week, because that's this coming Saturday is his birthday party, too. So, yeah. Did a trip with him to McDonald's again. Of course, I got a text today from Phil. He was really trying to. Do you need to go to McDonald's for anything?
If that's not a hint to come back, pick up the kids, I don't know.
Exactly. I said, I'm getting ready to go cut the grass. He's like, well, the grass could wait. And I'm like, no, I need to walk up to the post office and stuff, too. I have stuff to do today. Well, they enjoyed it. I think I had taken them also on a Sunday. Yeah, because I think I had taken them that day that you came over. It was on a Sunday. And I take them for like 3 hours or so. And Phil went downstairs and gamed. And Alisha did whatever she does upstairs. So, I'm like, okay. But, yeah, they did not get their way. This time. He's like, well, you've created monsters, because all they want to do is go to McDonald's. I'm like,
you could take them to McDonald's.
Yeah. Alisha just she gets too much anxiety. They took them a couple weeks ago, and she's like, Mom, there was a kid there that kept sneezing. There were 2 kids that didn't have socks on, and their feet were filthy, and it was so gross. And there was this mom, and she was saying blah, blah, and I'm like, I don't hear any of it. I just sitting there. Why do you gotta be obsessing?
Yeah.
And just let the kids play. They need to be exposed to germs.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about somebody else's kid that doesn't have socks on. Mine have socks on.
Yeah.
Well, there's the kid without the socks. He had to have been like 6 or 7. Next thing I know, he pooped his pants. And the mom's in there yelling at him in the bathroom. And then you could hear the blow dryer going and going. So like she washed his pants. And then made him sit up in the sink and wash his feet, which made no sense, which I agree with Alisha, because then he went right back out with no socks on. And Alicia's just like, I needed to go home.
And the kids were probably oblivious to all of
it. Yeah. I probably, for the most part, would have been too. With that, or I'd be sitting there just watching all go down, chuckling, shaking my head. I wouldn't be getting like, oh my God, what they do is what they do. And, most people, like, because I do sit there for so long, we outlast everybody. So
we do. Even if it's an iceberg.
Yeah, Karen's gone with us too. I almost texted you the last Sunday when I took them. I was like, oh, I wonder if Karen wants to go. Well, Peanut's so cute with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta give. She goes, I didn't give her a hug. Okay. So yeah. I think that's about all it's been.
Yeah, I'm sure, we haven't had a whole lot of like knitting content, and hopefully in the next couple of podcasts that will change. I mean, even I've been only focused on one cross stitch project, but
I have a lot of knitting, just not a lot of projects.
We can show. Yeah.
So hopefully next time, next time should be good. The time after that, I don't know. Although we'll have a month because of the retreat. Because I won't get much probably done because I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
don't forget about the MCAL. Make sure that you put your entries in there. And if you like watching us go through craziness, can't figure out what our words are, and all our crafty endeavors, please. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Yeah, definitely leave comments. Comment throughout the next 2 weeks, reminding her to do her homework. Also, Also, go check out the bags at Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.